I'm Jeannie Klein, and this is my brand new series called Super Simple. All of my recipes are 10 ingredients or less. We're repurposing leftovers for the following day to come up with a brand new dish. We're doing food in a smart, efficient, but really fun way. It's all super simple. Quick pickled vegetables are the best thing you could keep in your fridge all week long. They last really well, they look beautiful in dishes, plus they create really good flavor and crunch in so many different ways. I'm going to show you how we use them in my favorites. So we have some rice wine vinegar, a little bit of water, some kosher salt, and to sweeten these up, this is optional. I happen to like when they're a little bit sweet, but you don't need to. That is some sugar right in there. That gives really, really good flavor. Just give it a little mix around and you'll bring it to a boil. And then once it's boiling, take it off the flame, we'll pour it over our vegetables. So let's get started with the vegetables now. You can cut these by hand. If you have a mandolin, I recommend using it just because it makes it really beautiful. It's a really good tool to have. I'm doing these pretty thin. If you go a little bit thicker, it's better to keep them in the fridge overnight and then use them the next day. And if you go nice and thin like this, they're ready to use in like minutes. So all my carrots, I have 4 different little jars here. All of my carrots I'm gonna put into one jar. And if you wanted to do these all together in one big jar, you can definitely do that, but just know if you're using beets, that color is gonna bleed onto the rest of the vegetables. So now we're gonna do an onion. I like pickling onions. That goes really, really well on tacos and salads, and I put mine on black bean burgers, and I do a lot of meal prep, and pickled vegetables are always a staple in my meal preps, always. Look at that, it's perfectly cut onion. All right, now we're gonna work on some beets. If you wanted to peel these, you most definitely can, but they are kind of messy, and I find that when you're pickling things, when you're cutting it so thin anyways on a mandolin, there's no need to really peel them. Oh, gorgeous, that color is so pretty. Next, I'm gonna do some radishes, because they're really pretty as well. And add some nice little peppery heat. Cutting off the little bottom ends here. And look at that. Now we get to the quick pickle. So I have my 4 little jars right here. All the seasoning is already in our brine. There's no need to season them anymore, but if you wanted to add any other spices or seasoning or any herbs, by all means, you can put them right into your jars. And all you're doing is just ladling that hot brine over the raw vegetables, and they are just going to soak up all that flavor, and it's gonna help kind of quick pickle and somewhat cook these vegetables. So I'm gonna put these back on my counter for about 20 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna show you how I use these in some really, really good, flavorful, and beautiful dishes. Now I'm gonna show you the fun part, how to use these pickled vegetables in some different really fun dishes. Tacos are one of my favorites, and this is just like the most colorful board here, and what I also love is making my own dish. So putting this all out as a spread on a table, and everyone gets to build their own little tacos. I absolutely enjoy that. I have a corn tortilla here. I'm adding some chicken. And these are all things that you can make in advance. So you could prep this all Sunday. I do a meal prep on Sunday, and you just have food for the week. All right, so we got our chicken. And let's do a little bit of black beans on there. Some corn. And this is when we get to use all of our fun pickled veggies. You could choose a few to use. I like using all of them because I just think they're beautiful. A lot of the onions go beautifully on top. And we have those radishes, which get really pink and pretty. And let's do a few little beets over here, just give it that pop of color. We do a few more black beans on top just so that you see those colors all throughout. That's a taco without some fresh herbs and a crema, and of course some fresh lime. So let's give that a rough chop and just sprinkle that right on over. And some fresh limes. Nice little squeeze over there. And what is a taco without some crema? Look at this. Not only does this make a really incredible taco, but my favorite ways to serve them are also on grain bowls. You can make them in salad bowls. You could just put them on burgers, crudite boards. The varieties are endless. You gotta make these. They're super, super simple.